My fellow compassionate capitalists, Steve Wall here with Titan Impact Group. Lots going on today in history. February 12th, 1909. On the 100th anniversary of one of my favorite historical figures of all time, Abraham Lincoln, on his 100th anniversary of his birthday. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or as we more commonly know it as to be the NAACP, was created this day in 1909 in response to a huge increase in the amount of lynchings that were taking place. One would think that normally this would happen right after the Civil War, but it wasn't. It was the late 1890s and early 1900s that this took place because of segregation and because, quite frankly, white supremacists, white racists had once again gained control of the government in many areas. As previously stated, on February 12th, 1809, my favorite guy in history, Mr. Abraham Lincoln, was born. Behind me, we do have some of the assassination relics, but we'll go over that in April. But right now, I want to show you one of my favorite possessions. It's a big boy. It's heavy. Let's see if you can get that. That's his signature right there. And what this is a postal commission out of Minneapolis for David Morgan. Now, many of you will think, well, what's the big deal? Why is this so valuable? Who really cares about a postmaster? Well, back then, when all the nation's secrets were being transferred back and forth via the Postal Service, because we didn't have internet or email or cell phones or anything else like that. It was the way we communicated. It was a congressional appointment. And there was tremendous scrutiny, obviously. And you got signed off by the president. So that's pretty cool. The Lincoln Logs and Lincoln Letters, which was, this was all at the University of Illinois. They track everything Lincoln. Say that this is, there's less than 25 still known to be in existence due to the fact that in 1898, Washington, D.C. got the new post office. However, the new Postmaster General decided that instead of storing all the records in the new post office, he'd go ahead and have them burnt. So I am excited to be in the possession of something from such a great man. Well, that's the thing about government, is make our little segue to today's message with Titan Impact Group, is that government as a whole from the very beginning has always been, well, quite frankly, they're supposed to represent the people. They don't do a very good job. They tend to go there and they may start out with the best of intentions, our representatives, but man, you get enough of them together and pretty soon they realize that representing us is very difficult. So why not just kind of click together and do their own thing? And that's what seems to have happened ever since the inception of government. That one of the things that makes America so great, well, the only thing that makes America so great is its people. You see, whenever we go to war or anything else like that, it's not the government that's fighting, it's American citizens. When we have tremendous advancements, when it comes to technology, when it comes to the way we treat each other socially or anything else like that, that's the conscious, that's the mind of the American people. I believe that Yakov Smirnoff, he was a comedian in the 80s and 90s, and he said it best. He was a Russian and he had a very thick accent, but he always pointed out that the beauty about America is that he had been to Germany, but he could not be a German. He'd been to Japan, but he could never be Japanese. He'd been to Australia, but he could never be Australian. However, America is the only country where somebody from Germany, somebody from England, Japan, China, wherever, can come and without losing their identity, be an American. This is what makes America so great. And this is truly the American dream, to be able to, without losing who you are, advance yourself, to be able to provide for yourself and for your family. And government, believing that it could solve a problem, even though there's no record of government ever truly solving problems. Again, it's the people, it's the free enterprise, it's the people banding together that eventually solve all the problems. We understand, hey, they've made your way of living for many people illegal due to COVID, under the guise of the safety of COVID. And many people are hurting. They're behind on their mortgages. You know how it works. Banks are in the lending business. They are not in the landlord business. They are not in the business of renegotiating loans that they've already sold out on the stock market. That is where we as Titan Impact Group come in. We buy those non-performing notes, those mortgages that are behind, at a discounted rate. We then are able to contact the homeowners and discuss with them new terms and a lower price for their mortgage, and hopefully getting them back performing again and paying their mortgage, giving everybody a second chance to do what they do best, and that is to truly be an American. I am Steve Wall. I do know money, and I am a sentinel of the American dream.